I recorded this audio about 20 times because I felt like I could not get it right. I hated my voice. I hated the way I paused at places that I did not want to pause. I hated the fact that every time I pressed record, I was reading something that I wrote, and I still could not say it correctly. I said the wrong words, and I kept pausing at the wrong time. Somebody keeps messing my recording up. Someone's walking, someone's talking, there's sounds in the background. I've literally, I don't know what else to say. And instead of getting upset, I decided, why not try keeping in some error? Because that's what this was going to be about. The fact that there's an art in being human, and to be human is equivalent to error. And that sometimes there's nothing wrong with error, or what is deemed to be an error. As someone who's literally been plus size all her life, and yes, I had to go there, that's considered an error to some, but it's literally me, right? Someone whose mind is working 1,000 paces forward, way ahead of myself multiple times. I have 1,000 thoughts going through my head literally as I'm speaking. And I'm thinking as I'm speaking, how many times have I said the word literally? That's gonna really push me to erasing this voice memo. Like, should I cut that out? But to stick to the point, there's so many differences. We're all different, and yet we're all the same, right? So being human really means being different. I wanted to say how I remembered being a little girl and going to school and wanting to be the perfect everything, the perfect daughter, the perfect student, the perfect sister. And since I was talking about academics, well, I remembered being in school and having to write these essays, and we'd have to choose a topic. Sometimes it was a debate, I think. Anyway, with these essays, in order to get a correct grading, or not a correct grading, in order to get a really great grading, I would have to have these long essays. It's like 1,000 words. And you had all the other kids doing it too. And I knew to really be outstanding and different, I would have to use words that were large words. Is that the right word to say, large? But big words. You know, when you heard my essay, you knew I was in that dictionary, and I certainly was. Right, and I would reread it and rewrite it and reread it just to ensure that when my teacher got my essay, she would know I did that. And boy, I did that. Because I would always get the highest grade. So I learned to love written word and expressing feelings through paper. And I admire authors. Let me say that word correctly. I admire them, and I admire artists of many medias, because in order to sit there and make sure that you're proud of your final piece, you have to go through it, reread, rewrite, re-sing, redraw. I don't know if that's a word, but you do it anyway to make sure that it's perfect. perfect to your audience, perfect for a teacher, perfect for you. No error. And so with essays, I learned that perfection was no error. But now that I'm looking back at that time, I realize that really and truly, perfection isn't a lack of error. I think the final piece is really beautiful when you think about how many errors you had to remove or fix, and the fact that you can't really fix all errors. There's some things that you cannot fix. And so when we talk about the debate of the usage of AI, I don't really know what to say, because a human made AI, and AI has its errors. It's not perfect. I mean, it can write an essay, a really good essay, lengthy and wordy essay, in about a minute, but it still has perfection. It still has perfection. Imperfection. Did I say that? AI still has imperfection. I think that's the only human aspect about AI, because a human made it. A human has imperfections, and AI has imperfections. But the one thing I feel AI does not have, or hasn't grasped as yet, is imagination. To imagine something is beautiful, is an art. And I think that's something that we should cherish. The fact that you want to create something and you work at creating it, despite the errors, despite the pain, the agony, the late nights, the lack of sleep, the thorns in your flesh, or the amount of money that you've invested in whatever project it is. The fact that you go through it all just in the name of creativity is an art. It truly is. And so, as we talk about the topic of being more human, I think we really should enjoy life as it is and find the beauty in things around us. Not everything is going to be perfect. Not everything is perfect. But there's beauty in everything. There's beauty in error. And there's beauty in being human. So, the art in being human is to be human. I think I said human and art about 100 times. But it's the truth.